as we come on the air. President Trump immediately grounding all Boeing 737 MAX jets flying in the U.S. The order late today followed by confusion and alarm. Planes stopped in their tracks at airports across the country.
Tower Southwest 410, we've been directed to return to the gate.
It comes amid growing pressure after that Boeing jet crash in Ethiopia and several other countries grounding the jets first. The UK, France, Germany, Canada among them. So why now from the president? What our John Carl has learned tonight. Also breaking, authorities warning of life-threatening driving at this hour across much of the country. A tractor trailer blown right over on the highway. Tonight, one airport shut down, blizzard conditions, drivers stranded. The Rockies, the Midwest, the South, the whole system then moving east. The college admissions cheating scandal widens tonight. The actress from Full House arrested in court a short time ago. And the arrests playing out across the country today. The major headline tonight, a second judge now sentencing the president's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort. Already sentenced nearly 4 years. How much did the judge add today? And then just minutes later, the new bombshell, new charges against Manafort. The deadly school collapse overseas tonight, more than 100 children trapped. Here at home, the urgent manhunt right now, an escaped prisoner, police arresting him, handcuffed. He then somehow gets in the front of the cruiser and takes off where they're searching. And the new headline, an important update tonight on Alex Trebek.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on this Wednesday night. We have several fast-moving stories. First, President Trump tonight and his emergency order grounding all Boeing 737 MAX 8s and 9s here in the U.S. The move came amid growing pressure. The UK, France, Germany, Canada had all grounded the jets already. President Trump announcing the decision from the FAA, citing new evidence. Tonight, what we've now learned, why his decision today. And that order taking effect immediately, leading to confusion, concern. You will hear air traffic controllers telling pilots of the news ordered back to the terminal. And tonight, news pilots and some first officers had anonymously shared their own concerns, some of them, about that new Boeing jet during some domestic flights. ABC's David Curley covers aviation, and he leads us off tonight.
This Southwest 737 MAX 8 flight into D.C., one of the last, as the U.S. tonight joins the rest of the world.
We're going to be issuing an emergency order of prohibition to ground all flights of the 737 MAX 8 and the 737 MAX 9. It's the safety of the American people and all people is our paramount concern.
Immediately, 3 U.S. airlines told to stop flying their 737 MAXs.
We just got a call from your company. You need to contact them.
Tower Southwest 410, we've been directed to return to the gate.
This MAX 8 towed from the gate and parked, one of 72 idled. The federal government was under public pressure for days, having watched China, Europe, and today Canada ground aircraft. Flight maps from last week now showing the MAXs disappearing as they were parked. The reason? Similarities between Sunday's crash in Ethiopia, which killed 157, and the Lion Air crash in Indonesia less than 5 months earlier. Both flights with the nose moving erratically up and down right after takeoff. A refinement of tracking data from satellites overnight, according to the FAA, and evidence from this debris field in Ethiopia convinced the agency there are enough similarities in these flights it grounded the fleet.
Does this mean the two crashes are related?
It does not mean the two crashes are related, but they're close enough that it's worth saying stop flying these airplanes till we get the black boxes read out.
Those 2 black boxes found 2 days ago in Ethiopia are damaged. The delay in extracting data, part of the reason for the U.S. grounding. But tonight, those boxes will be flown to France. The data could confirm if the crashes are related and whether the fastest-selling jetliner ever has a problem. Already, Boeing is working a software fix for one of the contributing factors in the Lion Air crash. And while there have been no documented cases of this erratic behavior on a U.S. flight, a pilot and first officer posted on an anonymous message board that their 737 MAX nosed down when the autopilot was engaged. Tonight, nearly all 370 of this brand new jetliner sitting on the ground. Passengers landing today reacting to the news.
The pilot came on and he said, President just said that all the flights are grounded and we're returning to the gate. So not much we can do, I'm afraid.
All right, David Curley with us live tonight from Reagan Airport. And David, you've reported that Boeing is working on that fix you mentioned after what happened in the first crash in Indonesia, that nosedive in that crash. And then the Wall Street Journal suggesting that that fix might have been delayed by the government shutdown, but tonight the FAA pushing back on that?
I asked the FAA administrator directly whether or not the government shutdown has slowed down that software fix, and he told me it has not. It'll still be several weeks before it's ready. By the way, David, that's a MAX 8 that's going nowhere.
David Curley leading us off tonight. David, thank you. I do want to bring in our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl. And John, as we look at those pictures from airports across the country tonight, pilots being told to come back to the gate, a lot of passengers who really were already alarmed are going to wonder, after France, Germany, the UK all grounded the jets, why was the U.S. the last to ground the planes?
Well, in fact, David, I am told by a senior White House official that a decision was initially made this morning not to ground the planes because the official said there was absolutely no information suggesting any fundamental problem with the Boeing 737 MAX. That changed midday today when the administration became aware of that new satellite data suggesting a possible link between the Ethiopian air crash and the earlier crash in Indonesia. At that point, the FAA and the Department of Transportation made a recommendation that those planes be initially grounded. The Secretary of Transportation called the president, and he accepted that recommendation.
All right, John Karl at the White House tonight on that part of the story. John, thank you. We are also following what authorities are calling potentially life-threatening situation playing out for drivers in the evening commute across several states tonight. A dangerous winter storm striking now, blizzard conditions, whiteouts, winds up to 80 miles an hour, the gusts have been reported. And we just learned moments ago that Colorado State trooper has now been killed. And look at this tonight, powerful winds blowing this truck off a highway in Texas right over and spawning isolated tornadoes tonight. This one reported in New Mexico. Blinding conditions causing accidents on the highways in Wyoming and grounding all flights in and out of the Denver airport tonight. The runways completely shut down. We have the track of this storm as it then moves east. ABC's Clayton Sandell near the Denver airport tonight.
A winter weather explosion tonight, putting a bullseye on the center of the country. Whiteout conditions from Colorado and Kansas to the Dakotas.
Okay, it's about noon. We are just east of Denver, and the blizzard conditions have definitely kicked in. Visibility here is virtually zero.
In Colorado, parts of major interstates 70 and 25, clogged by crashes, are shut down.
There are dozens, if not hundreds, of cars stranded here on I-70, and the wind gusts, they are unbelievable.
It's all thanks to a rare winter storm with a technical term, a bomb cyclone.
They call this a bomb cyclone because the pressure drops so quickly, and the lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. Here at the airport, we're seeing gusts of 80 miles an hour.
That forced Denver to shut down all 6 runways. 1,300 flights are canceled. Hundreds are stranded with little to do but sleep and play cards.
I grew up in New Orleans, so I've seen a hurricane, but this is a snow hurricane.
In Texas, the winds gusting to 70 miles per hour plus.
Oh my God.
Strong enough to flip a semi.
Oh my goodness!
Ripping a roof off a warehouse and tossing airplanes like toys, even overturning this home, injuring a person inside. In New Mexico Tuesday, 2 reported tornadoes. 5 people were injured in a twister south of Roswell. Near Logan, a remarkable sight, powerful winds knocking 26 train cars off the trestle. No one was injured.
And Clayton Sandell joined us tonight from a very windy scene there near the Denver airport. Clayton, so many drivers stranded. The governor declaring a state of emergency at this hour.
That's right, David. You can see just how bad conditions are. All of the cars on this highway here, they are going nowhere fast. So many crashes, even an ambulance and a snowplow up there are stopped. And as you mentioned just a few minutes ago, we learned that a Colorado State patrol trooper who was responding to one of the many accidents today was hit by a car and was killed. David?
All right, stay away from that traffic right there, Clayton. Our viewers at home are going to worry about you as well. Thanks for your report, and let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking this storm as it moves across the country. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. This is a rare and record-breaking storm for Colorado, now centered in Kansas. Take a look with the wind and the snow is still ripping across Denver up through Rapid City. Those storms that moved through Dallas now about to hit St. Louis. But it's the wind field that's been most remarkable. Damaging winds potentially tonight in Wichita, Kansas City, Omaha, back through Rapid City. Maybe some flooding with that rain on top of the melting snow in Minnesota and Iowa by 7 a.m. Chicago, Detroit, wind and rain there. This does weaken as it heads off to the east, but the rain will be here in the east on Friday. As it stands now, this is an epic storm. David?
That's for sure. Rob Marciano with us tonight as well. Rob, thank you. And next tonight, here to new fallout from that college admissions cheating scandal tonight. Full House actress Lori Loughlin was arrested today and just a short time ago, appearing before a judge. We learned that Desperate Housewives actress Felicity Huffman was arrested in the last 24 hours by the FBI, their weapons drawn. And another arrest report tonight, the USC's women's water polo head coach arrested at a hotel in Hawaii. And tonight, this question: what about the children, the ones who authorities say did not know, and some who did, in fact, know what was happening? ABC's Kana Whitworth at the federal courthouse tonight.
Tonight, Lori Loughlin set to be released on $1 million bond after being arrested today for her alleged role in that sweeping college bribery scheme.
You've worked very hard for your success. You should be proud of yourself. I know that I am.
The actress who played a role model on Full House allegedly shelling out $500,000 to consultant Rick Singer, along with her fashion designer husband, to get their daughters into USC, posing them as recruits for the crew team, even though they didn't row. Arrest warrants issued for 46 people around the country, including coaches and wealthy parents like Felicity Huffman, seen here at the courthouse after she was arrested by agents, guns drawn and cuffed. Tonight, the actress out of jail on $250,000 bond.
You asking for a bribe?
You pretending you're above that?
I got my checkbook.
The star of Desperate Housewives, so desperate to land her daughter in a top school, prosecutors say she paid $15,000 to Singer to bribe a proctor who would secretly correct her answers. Prosecutors say the scheme's mastermind worked with dozens of parents to game the system.
For every student admitted through fraud, an honest, genuinely talented student was rejected.
Today on USC's campus, students told us they feel cheated.
I feel for people like us who actually strive hard day and night to just come here and learn.
The school firing legendary coach of the #1 ranked women's water polo team, seen here hiding from cameras. He's facing charges for taking $250,000 in bribes. Also fired, senior associate athletic director Donna Heinel, accused of taking a whopping $1.3 million to push through fake athletic recruits, complete with photoshopped pictures.
So let's get back to Kana Whitworth on the story again tonight. She's live outside the federal courthouse in Los Angeles. And Kana, we know prosecutors say that most of these young people, the students, were unaware, but it's believed some might have known. A lot of people are asking what's going to happen to some of these students.
Well, David, USC says they plan to conduct a case-by-case review of current students and graduates who may be involved with this scheme, and they'll make appropriate decisions. UCLA adding that any student involved could face disciplinary action, including cancellation of admission. And David, we have to keep in mind here that prosecutors are not ruling out additional charges.
Kana Whitworth with us again tonight. Thank you, Kana. Next here, a 1-2 punch tonight for Paul Manafort. This evening, the president's former campaign chairman sentenced to additional prison time. A lot of eyes on that judge and what she would do. This is the second case stemming from the special counsel's investigation. But then just minutes after the sentencing, after Manafort learned his fate today, he was then indicted in New York City on 16 felony counts, state counts. What this could mean for a possible presidential pardon, here's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Moments after Paul Manafort was sentenced, I caught up with his attorney, Kevin Downey. So you were surprised by the sentence? Disappointed. Manafort was wheeled into court today. He read the same prepared statement, but this time telling Judge Amy Berman Jackson, "I am sorry for what I have done. I want to apologize." But Judge Jackson was unmoved. It's hard to overstate the number of lies, she said, and the amount of money involved. Manafort's crimes range from money laundering to tax fraud to obstruction of justice. Still, his attorneys argued he was in Robert Mueller's crosshairs for one reason: his work for President Trump.
Paul Manafort has done an amazing job. He's here someplace. Where's Paul? Paul Manafort.
Manafort's lawyer telling the court, but for a short stint as a campaign manager in a national election, I don't think we would be here today. Judge Jackson did not buy it. The defendant is not public enemy number one, she said, but he's not a victim either. She sentenced the once high-flying strategist to just over 3.5 years behind bars